and welcome back. This is your man Warrior, and this video is kind of a twofold video. I often do channel updates included with another aspect of the game, and today I had my Galactic War break in a way I've never seen. Obviously, I have a pretty overpowered top 5, which is why it broke. I just like to release these things so you guys can kind of see what you have to look forward to down the road. Obviously, my free-to-play account has not broken Galactic War even one bit, but I'm excited to show you what has happened in Galactic War today. I saw it and was like, what? I've never seen or heard about it happening, so it's pretty cool. But first, I want to tell you about the state of my channel. So first, a lot of people know about me because you've been following me for a very long time, but some of you do not. So I am a guy who just loves this game and loves to make videos for this game. But I do this in my spare time. I make very little to no money through advertising. It's basically a hobby. I do it just for fun. So there are some misinformed individuals out there that think that, you know, we're taking a ton of money from EA and all that kind of stuff. By the way, side note, there are 3 YouTubers who are very big who did take money from EA and advertise this game. And we weren't even notified about it. So that just shows you our relationship with EA. Now, because I do work 60 to 80 hours a week, I not only do this as a hobby, it is hard for me to keep up and to do the content everybody wants. And so I am trying to turn this into, at minimum, a part-time job so I can bring my hours down at work a little bit. And so because of that, I started a Patreon account about a month ago. A Patreon account is basically a place where you can give $1, $3 a month, something like that. It's parsley. It's literally, you know, like a penny a day or whatever, or, you know, 3 pennies a day to me. But what that does is if I can get 10, 20, or 30 people doing that, it gives me $20, $30, $40. That slush fund of money basically allows for me to have access to better software. So I use what is called Adobe Premiere Pro CC. CC stands for Creative Cloud, and it helps me to have a multitude of different products to use, but it costs money. And again, I'm not making a whole lot of money to begin with. Again, this is just a hobby. So for anybody who feels the need to do more than just enjoy my videos, and by the way, that is sufficient for all of you, but if anybody wants to see this channel continue to grow and to stay around, if you choose to go to Patreon and support me, even $1 a month is going to help me. It goes a long way. Now, that does lead me to saying thank you to my current patrons for supporting me, the ones who have up to this point. So the other thing is since I've grown, in the last 90 days, I have hit 500,000 views. I'm over 3.5 million minutes watched and over 500,000 views. And of course, I'm over 4,200 subscribers. I did all of this organically through just making a video off of what people needed or wanted, and then gave them what they wanted and hoped that people enjoyed it. And something was right, because in the last 90 days, obviously what I was putting out, people wanted to see. So that's exciting. The other thing is, once you start to grow, your opportunities do start to expand. And I've had a couple of people reach out to me and want to sponsor me. Now, from the standpoint of me, if you hear me, you know that yes, absolutely, I would love sponsorships, because it's going to bring in a little bit of extra cash that will help me to kind of ease the burden of what I'm spending, because I'm spending out of pocket right now to make these videos a reality. And so anybody who's willing to give me $50 or something to help me out is obviously very helpful. So sponsorships are pretty cool. And I know a lot of people that do sponsorships. Obviously, every big YouTuber has them. So I've looked at a lot of them. I've turned all of them down except for one. And the reason for that is I have to believe in the product to actually tell you guys that I like the product and would want you guys to buy it. There's an integrity issue there. If you have a product that you don't like and you're telling everybody, go buy it, I love it, that's just not okay. So all the products that I was offered, I said no to, except for one. It's called ownage with a P in the front. And of course, they call it ponage. They actually pronounce the P, ponage. And that was all because once upon a time, there was an online gamer who basically plugged in, you got owned, and he accidentally put a P in front. And because of that, people started making fun of him. You got pwned, you got pwned. Well, they have taken that kind of that pun or that play on words that happened a few years ago, and I've turned it into a sports drink. The sports drink's pretty awesome. Now, I compared it to Gatorade, Powerade, and XS energy drinks, and then also Monster. A number of the energy drinks that are out there are really a bunch, and I mean a bunch, of caffeine, which is the amounts is excessive, and then they have lots of sugars, and then they do a lot of them overload it on B vitamins and things like that. So I know how they're constructed and what they're made of. So ownage, or ponage as they like to call it, is a perfect blend because it has very little calories, so you're not going to get fat drinking these. But it has just the right amount of B vitamins to where it's going to give you the energy you need without actually overloading you with all the unnecessary stuff. It tastes great. They sent me a case to try out. I tried it. This was over a month ago, and then I fought myself as to whether I was even going to talk about it or even accept this. Now, it's a small sponsorship, but it's a start, and it is going to help me to be able to produce better videos for you guys. So I went ahead and decided to accept that. So I want you guys to know that if you're interested in getting and trying this product, I have a special code I'm going to put on the screen. That special code is going to give you the ability to click on the link and get this at a discounted rate using my coupon code, which is Warrior, at their website. You'll get a discount, which will make it cheaper. So anyway, let's get past that and let's move on now to the Galactic War. So I have told you guys, and I've made videos in the past of Galactic War, and you know that it can break. And the way that works is basically when you look at your game, if everything is perfect and you're new, it goes 70% on node 3, 90% on node 6, and 110% on node 12, with 100% being node 9. So it's a percentage of your top 5. This is not your arena team. It's actually been confirmed. It is the top 5 characters you have. So if you have 5 characters at the very top on power, add that power up. That's your highest possible power rate. And they do a percentage. It's approximate. It can vary slightly, but your node 12 is going to be 110% of your best 5. With that said, if you grow and get really, really strong, you can actually move the dial, so to speak, on all of these nodes, and the last few nodes will break. And I know a lot of people that have done this in the past. Basically, because when it's looking for a team that's 110% of what you have, it can't find a team that's 110%. So it kind of breaks, so to speak, the algorithm, and the algorithm just kicks out a junk team. So the higher you go, the more likely you are to break that last node. Then the higher you go, you'll break the 11th node. And then eventually, at some point, you might even be able to break node 10, which means that you'll only have to battle, the hard battle will be node 6, and the hard battle will be node 9, and you really only have 2 hard battles. And that is pretty awesome too. And that is where I've been for a while now. My highest team, all of them combined, equals approximately 54 to 55,000 for my very best top 5. I know a lot of free-to-play players that are like, that will take me forever to get there. You're right, it does. But on my free-to-play team, I think my highest 5 is only like 36,000. So it's going to be a while before my free-to-play account can do what I did on my main account. However, I do want to show you this. I broke node 9. Everybody complains about node 6 being hard and node 9 being hard, especially the higher you go, because node 9 is supposed to be 90%, or I'm sorry, 100% of your arena team, or your highest team. So if your highest team is 50,000, this is supposed to be a 50,000 team that you're going against, approximate. Now the issue with this is the higher you go, all of the percentages shift to the left. What that means is when I did node 6, that was 100% of my strongest team. I didn't know why today, but my node 6 was a team that was 53,000 arena power. It was a Jedi counter team at 53,000. I didn't even realize 5 Jedi could get to 53,000 because I have a guy on my team, or on my shard, who has a Jedi team at 47,000, and he is maxed into the gills on everything. So it just must be the way that they modded him. But I had node 6. It was super duper hard. I did node 7 and 8, expecting an absolute nightmare today, when I look and I have broken node 9. So something to look forward to. I literally only have one hard battle now. I have 5 easy battles, hard battle node 6, and then 2 more easy battles. And then it goes to 4 more easy battles. So really, I only have one hard node, and that's node 6. Now, just to confirm, I want to make sure and go through this with you guys to show you that these are all, in fact, easy nodes. And this is my team through all the nodes, surprisingly. Now, when I got the node 6, I switched this team out for my counter team, my Jedi counter team. And it was basically eye for an eye. I won with 1 character standing. So I'm just going to go in here and make sure this is really, in fact, broken all the way. But I've never seen a broken node 9 anywhere on here. And look at that. That is the weirdest thing I have ever seen. Node 9 was broken, but node 10 is not broken. And I'm guessing that's because they were looking for a team at a certain percentage of what I am, and they couldn't find one, so it broke that node. But then this node, it drops down the power, makes it an easier team, and that you can see what I have. So let's just do this one and see which other nodes are broken. All right, let's go ahead and get rid of him. We'll move on to her. You can see this is a pretty easy node for my team. And then we'll move on to the next one. Really crazy, though, to see a node 9 broken. It just means the game was looking to challenge me and to find something at a percentage higher than mine. And when it went to search for that node, it couldn't find anything higher. And it breaks again. Again, it was looking for something that is higher than mine, and it can't find anything higher than mine. So I'll just play this through. Yeah, broken nodes are a known thing. If I had to give you concrete number of what you have to be at to break node 9, I would say that yesterday I just put a couple gear pieces in, bumping me up to between 53 and 54,000 total arena power for the top 5 characters in my lineup. And and number 12 is broken too. And so I would say that to break the Galactic War now, you're going to have to get over 46,000 arena power to break the 12th node, probably closer to 47 or 48,000. You're going to have to hit the 50,000 to break the 11th node. And then to break the 9th node, you're going to have to get closer to 53. So I would say 48, 50, and 52 are probably right now, currently, about the statistical average you would need to break these nodes. If you want to break node 12, have 48,000, break node 11, have 50,000, and to break node 9, have over 52,000, probably closer to 53 or 54,000. So that was my Galactic War today. Pretty crazy. That was crazy getting Lobot. He's one of the hardest characters to farm, so that was good. But I broke node 12 and 11. That's been that way now for a while since the level change. But node 9, pretty awesome. But my biggest fans, the people who comment down below, I really appreciate each one of you, the conversations we have every day, and exciting news for all of my patrons, for anybody who subscribes and donates $1 a month or more is going to have exclusive access to my Patreon channel, which you'll get exclusive access to talk to me anytime, day or night. And I'm pretty available. If you've ever commented on my previous videos, you know that I comment very fast. That's kind of what I'm known for, is to communicate with you guys in an expedient manner, as well as many videos. So as always, have yourselves a wonderful afternoon. Keep your gaming on. Warrior out.